limitless poverty. It was a gloomy, gloomy day with countless drops of endless rain, and the TV promised history was being made. And hey, hey, what do you say if it starts to rain? Away. And hey, hey, what do you say? Let's get away. Far, far away, wherever.
I was doing an acoustic show at a friend's store, and I thought that it would be cool to get Sonal in, because I mean I hadn't heard her stuff before and we've known each other for a while. So I was like, hey, do you want to play this gig? And she's like, yeah, sure. I was like, cool, we can do like your songs, we can do my songs, and we can try them out. So we practiced and it sounded good, and then we did that small gig and it was a lot of fun. And yeah, and then we got another opportunity to play again after that, and it sounded even better, and then we were like, okay, cool, so it's sounding good, let's keep doing these acoustic shows.
I think we kind of reconnected and spoke about music in 2009 at Unconvention is when he gave me his EP. The thing is, I think he's a really good songwriter. Like, I really like the songs, and since I didn't write them, I can second best thing I can do is play on them.
Well, your songs are really good too, so there we go. They're both.
Now we've set up one.
Underneath my pillow, found a letter that you wrote. Words soft as sadness, words you last spoke. Is it just a coincidence or some kind of cruel joke?
We're both really excited about playing live from the console. When I came for the last one and the one before that, I was just like, wow, this place is so cool and it'll be great to play. And then Sonal was like, hey, do you want to play? And I was like, yes, let's do it.
I mean, it is the room, it is the sound, it is the music, the bands and the audience, but I think what it has become is something that's greater than the sum of its parts. So, and I think that's why I'm really excited to play our music there.
Technically, the first show we ever played was, we had no idea what to call the band. We had formed the band one day before. 3 of those members weren't in the band also. So we just showed up over there, and the guy said, what song are you guys playing? So we said, we're playing Pearl Jam's Black. So they said, cool, so that's your name, Black. Okay, so that's how randomly our name was found. When we were coming to put the album out, we figured that BLACK doesn't really have any kind of as a unique word or anything as such. A lot of people have to depend on the internet for, at least for an independent band like us. So then BLACK just made simple sense. And we were used to the whole name of people calling us the Black Guys. Right now it works for us quite well. You type us out on Google, you do find BLACK as us. So, and not a porn website. So I did that.
It happened.
It happened.
Teardrops go wasted by the way. You can never look to see what I mean. You don't love me anymore like you ever did before. Waiting on me, these tears get washed away. Beg from me, that's how things do.
Today is a cool show because we're actually for the first time releasing our own t-shirts.
Just last week or 2 weeks ago, we put up our first album that we had released in 2009 for free download because we ran out of copies basically and we didn't want to print anymore.
We are planning a video. It's something that should happen soon, hopefully towards the end of this year. Album will happen sometime next year.
This is a treat because it's in a place where we've all heard about, like I passed by and the board, my book studio, but never really bothered what's happening inside. And so finally come to see what's happening inside, and the arrangement is superb. The sound sounds nice. It sounds like it's going to be a fun show.
We are an acoustic band, fully acoustic. Started the band about 2 years ago as a solo project. Decided I wanted to turn it into a band, but not the usual guitar, bass, drum setup. So then I got these guys involved. We released our album in April. It's called The Fanny Farm Riot. And that's, I think, enough about the band.
The launch was coming up, and normally we would just show up, you know, in what looked like our home clothes. So since the launch was happening at Blue Frog, we wanted to be a little, you know, suave. So we got hats and we got jackets, and we did that, and people liked it, so we kind of stuck with the hats. We went on tour, and we were in Hyderabad, and we found these hat shops over there. So we went berserk over there, and we bought up police hats and marching army bats and Navy SEAL hats and stuff.
I heard about Live from the Console the very first time it happened, and I haven't been able to make it for any of the gigs, but I really like the whole idea. The number of live venues in Bombay has come down, I think, in the last year. A lot of places have shut down or they're not having live gigs anymore. So it's great that this has started, and the setup is lovely. We just finished sound checking, and it sounds great. It looks great.
What I like most about this place is that the main point of the entire thing is that it's only about the music. Because most venues here have other agendas. I mean, like, even though there is a performance that happens, it is in the absolute center of the whole thing. But here, every inch of this place is only about the people who are playing.
Well, I think the best thing right now is that musicians have a much greater opportunity to perform their own music and play their original songs to receptive audiences. I remember going to shows 10 years ago, and if people played their original compositions, they'd get like booed off stage and stuff.
The feeling that you get by playing in front of like so many people is the good feeling.
And the traveling is fun, especially when you travel with your own band, and the nonsense that you do on the way, and the missing of the flights, and the getting of the flights, and the showing up at the wrong addresses, the losing of luggage. It's all very exciting.
There are so many more people out there who would want to listen to what we're doing. We're getting an opportunity right now because of places like, Live on the Console. We've got a lot of support from venues in Bombay.
I guess the best thing is the gigs themselves and the satisfaction of writing a really good song once you're done with the writing, because the writing itself is quite terrible.
If you're a musician that has a DIY mentality, there is no better time to be a musician. You literally have access to every single tool that you need. It isn't very expensive, and there is no excuse to not have the song that's in your head actually be the one that's that you go play to people. There's none.
I don't know if there's any single worst part. Yeah, is that a lot? I was just getting to that. There are a lot of people, a lot of venues and organizers expect the artists to either play for free or come really cheap, and everyone's getting paid. No one asks the sound guy to come and set up his sound for free. No one asks like a venue to just give everything away for free.
People need to be exposed a bit more. I mean, they don't play English music on the radio here. It's such a huge country and there's so many people that listen to music, but it's very difficult for some reason to get them all together.
There is kind of a double standard and like almost a parallel gigging scene where a lot of people are willing to pay a lot for certain artists and they'll pretend to have no budget of any sort for certain other artists.
I don't know if this is the worst thing, but maybe I just consider this a pet peeve, and it's, I don't know, maybe it's just my experience. People are always only discussing the technology. That can't be the first question you ask someone when you meet them. Hey, I'm a musician. Oh, what software do you use? That makes no sense. Because software doesn't make art, right?
There's nothing like, playing on stage and hearing people singing your songs and, going back after having a good time. That's very rare. You can't do that in a bank, and you can't do that, on a construction site. So as a profession, it's like 100% satisfaction when it comes to your job. I just wish we could have got paid better.